Let's talk about the Lions playing over in Munich.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about Taylor Decker.
No, we can talk about Taylor Deck Chair another day. It was announced this week that the Lions will be joining the NFL's International Series. They will be playing a game this upcoming season in Munich, Germany.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time that the Lions will be playing in the International Series since 2015. What is the significance of the Lions participating in the International Series? And do you feel that the NFL is making any headway into eventually making American football a real part of the European sports landscape? What say the people's champ?
I think it's going to be really difficult. I think with the NFL, again, because it's hard to sell a product without a face.
Yeah.
And, you can't attach your favorite. You have to be a fan of the sport and then the player afterwards when it comes to football.
Yes.
NFL, American football, I'm sorry.
Correct. American football.
Yes. Whereas, let's just be honest. When you look at soccer, some people can just,
yeah.
So like a certain guy's style, of course there's skill involved and they're great, right. But it's easier to sell. Like you can kind of pick and choose. You know what I mean with that sport. Whereas with the NFL, it's like, oh God, we got to dig under this helmet. Hope they have a personality.
No, but you're right. And I don't mean to cut you off, but you're right. When you're talking about personalities, one name, Pele.
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Like we know one. I'm not even a soccer fan. I know these names.
Beckham as a house.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. These are household names, and I'm not even a soccer fan. I've never watched an entire soccer match. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we know these names. So no, you are right that the personality comes before the sport in a lot of instances. But
that's what we do. But no, so I just think it'd just be hard. It's cool for us because, I like when the NFL tries weird stuff and, you can get up at 9 a.m. on a Sunday and watch a football game.
I'm here for that.
Or 7 a.m. It's cool with me.
Yeah.
But I don't think it will have the effect as, say, the Dream Team in the Olympics in 92 right. And how that led to where the NBA is now in terms of the international appeal.
Yeah.
And correspondence. I don't know if it'll ever get to that.
Yes. Yep, we agree, man. American football has always been, is now, and will remain an American champion.
Yeah, and they make a shit ton of money being an American game. It's like, how much bread do you want? They turn over like a +5 billion dollar profit like every year.
Yeah, more than that.
I'm being soft.
Like 9 to 11 billion.
But I'm just,
right. But yeah, I think that the marketing makes it a novelty in Europe, but I don't think it'll ever be a stalwart. The international the international series is a conundrum, and I think success is, I guess it depends on what the end goal is. If it's the heightened visibility, around the world for American football, it certainly does that.
Right.
But again, if it's to make it a part of the sports landscape in Europe, I don't think it'll ever be. Yeah. Frankly, it's too barbaric. We just talked about the CTE thing. That's always the elephant in the room.
Right.
It's becoming more prevalent, as we see more NFL players suffering with these mental illnesses and these unalivings that surround them.
Yeah. That's a great point.
Yeah.
Because when you think overseas, you think a lot of, soccer and even golf.
Yeah.
And
they're not ramming into
tennis.
Each other.
Yeah.
Even with the rugby, I think rugby is sort of kind of rough and tumble like that, but you just don't see all of the issues surrounding.
They don't lead with their head in rugby.
It's correct.
Still some type of technique involved. It's high impact. But...
And also the NFL has had other public relations issues. That we don't need to litigate at this point. But, it's just the nature of the sport is violent. And I just think that it's hard to export that.
Yeah, for sure.
Around the world in general, into Europe.
To Western.
Correct. And to Europe specifically. It's just not It's not. I don't think it's ever going to really happen like that. But but again, like you said, I think if you're just trying to heighten visibility and it's something interesting and fun for the players to do, Amon-Ra St. Brown, he speaks German fluently. I saw him on his podcast speaking German fluently with his mother.
Oh, okay.
That was a very interesting look. And I know he's going to enjoy going back to Munich or going to Munich. I don't know if he's ever been. He's probably has. But it's an interesting thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, for football nerds like us, I'm game for it.
I'm here for it. Yeah. I mean, Steve, he texted me immediately when it was announced, like, man, you want to go? I'm like, hey, listen, I'm down. I'm always down for an international trip. But,
shout out Steve.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as hard as y'all think it might be. And
what you mean, like to get into,
you mean to get it globally? I mean, international appeal.
So I don't think this is the case, and I think the NFL would be foolish if this is how they're approaching it. I don't think they're trying to become the sport of the world. I think at this point they should have come to realize that they're not usurping soccer or football, however you want to call it, in Europe or in South America, because you got the Brazil series and all of that as well. But to Uncle's point about heightening the visibility and whatnot, I believe it is doing that. Like,
I do too. Yeah, I do too.
Like, they do play football in Germany,
right?
Sure, yeah.
And it's like, and again, like you say with Amon-Ra, like that is a face that they can promote in Germany and promote the game. And trust us, as Lions fans, we're not gonna be mad about a whole country adopting us, at all. No. Hey, the more the merrier. Hey, if you want to jump on the train, jump on the train.
Yeah, I'm with it.
But then also to my point, I think the biggest thing that people don't like about it is the logistics.
Right. That's true.
Fans on this side, we're losing we're losing the home game.
Yes.
The organizations is like, we got to adjust the whole week in accordance to that. And most likely, like, so for some teams like the Jaguars are playing in London 2 straight weeks.
Yeah.
So you got to take that into consideration for the football side. And then the soccer side, they coming over here and messing up our pitches.
Right.
They messing up our field. So I get that. But at the end of the day, those games, it ain't like those games are empty.
No.
That's why I said marketing is.
And even with the college football game that's in Dublin at the beginning of the year, that seems to attract a lot of fans too, even though that seems to be more of the fan bases going over and traveling.
Yes.
But I think there's a place for them.
Sure.
I think everybody just needs to have the proper expectations.
Yeah, for
going
sure.
To.
That's kind of what I like said. Me, when I hear, like, NFL, like when they do what they do, I'm thinking like, okay, they're like planting the seeds till eventually like put a team over there.
Yeah.
And it, because they tried NFL Europe before.
And it failed. Yeah.
And it was an epic fail.
Yeah, it was a failure.
So I'm wondering if when I think that I go back to the David Stern model, I know it's a different sport.
Right.
But I mean, just in terms of the initiative of, we're going across the water with our game to put a footprint.
Right.
And an imprint over here. And I just think it would be hard to do.
I agree.
I just think with the NFL, it would just be hard to do.
Yes.
But I do, to Nev's point, I do think it would definitely get more eyes on, and there is a market for it.
Sure. Yeah.
I just don't know the size of the market.
Right. I think there's enough of a market to get fans at a few games a year. And also, you got to remember the NFL has a huge marketing budget. They have a huge marketing footprint and visibility. So whenever they go somewhere, they're going to get fans in the building. It's never going to be empty because they can market, they can advertise, they can promote, they can do promotions.
They can stay in front of your face.
Correct. Yeah. They can do promotions and make sure that they get the adequate amount of fans. So I'm like, the NFL is, it's a machine. They know how to sell the product. You know what I'm saying? So like, I agree, nephew. I think that it heightens the visibility. It makes them but it's a novelty. You know what I'm saying? It's like soccer over here.
Okay.
Like people will go to a soccer event and they will enjoy a soccer event, and you could get people out to a soccer event, but it's never going to be a football game.
Right.
And and that's what football is over there. Football is never going to be soccer over there, just like nephew said. Like, you know, it's never going to be Real Madrid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're never going to get it like that over there. But you can go over there and take some games and export the sport, and people can come and enjoy it and have a good time, and that can be a part of. Do you
think they eventually put a team?
No.
In another country?
I doubt
across the ocean?
Doubt it. Again, American football is so American. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I know that's redundant, right? But it's so our thing that I just don't think that it would be able to sustain itself over there like that.
And logistically, that would just be terrible. Yeah. Not just for teams that have to go over there to play a away game. For that team
that's over there, oh my God!
Because they're gonna have to do 3-4 weeks at a time.
Right. I was like, you would probably have to extend the NFL season to like 21 weeks just for just travel.
For them. Yeah, for them, and right, they'd have to get back every week and then be prepared to play home games. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I don't see how that would work. Well,